Hey Google, how would I date a man in prison?
I don't understand.
Me either, girl. Guys, let's just get right into it. It's a new year, new us, new show. Love After Lockup on WeTV, Friday nights at 9 p.m. If you have not watched this show, what are you doing with your life? This was the most amazing, horrible train wreck I think I've seen in a long time. I mean, it made 90 Day Fiance seem as boring as watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, I was blown away. I felt like I had kind of put it up on this pedestal in my head, like, ooh, from the producers of 90 Day Fiance, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be hilarious. And I think it exceeded my expectations by 1,000. And it was only the first episode. That's what's getting me so hard, is like one episode in and I'm hooked. Every Friday night I will either be recording this or glued to the TV watching it. So this Friday we met 4 of the 6 total couples that we're going to see this season. There were Alla and James, Andrea and Lamar, Lizzie and Scott, and last but not least, Jonna and Garret. So I think I'm going to go in order like that to talk about these couples. Okay, so first let's start with the couple that we didn't really see a lot of, which was Alla and James. So Alla and James, Alla is a 27-year-old wannabe model who was arrested and imprisoned for 5 years for heroin possession and distribution. James is 37, he's an ex-Marine, and now he does IT, I think. And he met her on prisondarlings.com, which he apparently perused for months to find love. So these two, you know, James has this friend who's like really concerned. He's trying to figure out what is he going to do when this girl gets here. Is she going to be sober? Alla says that she started doing heroin at 18, which is really young. I'm assuming that she was kind of just stepping her toe into the modeling world and then somehow got caught up in the drug game. Which is really unfortunate. I hate that for her. And his friend is really concerned that this girl's just going to come into his life and turn it upside down, and I think she probably will. Gosh, I mean, it's so crazy that he just found this girl on this website called prisondarlings.com, and they have these glamour shots, and I mean, apparently the prison systems must be trying to help these people get money for their books and find love and find men to sucker into doing whatever they need them to do, because they're helping them put these glamour shots together. They're helping them put these pages up. They're giving them access to computers and internet. I don't get it. But, you know, James says that he's in love. Alla did get out in this episode. So her parents picked her up and they're in the car, and, you know, she's flipping off the prison as they drive off, you know. And my first reaction when she did that was, this girl is ready to cut loose. That was my first thought. I feel like she's ready to have several shots of probably Jaeger or whatever. What do white people drink? Tequila and all that, SoCo and stuff like that. I feel like she's ready to party. She's ready to turn up. She came out the prison with her little off-the-shoulder shirt on, hot to trot. She was ready to go. And that to me was like, sure, I don't know about this sobriety. You seem very wild. She seemed like she was ready to cut loose. She was ready to get down and dirty. And, you know, I don't know how that's going to go so well for sobriety's sake. But she did get out of the prison. And, you know, James is going to supposedly meet her at her family's house. I think she wanted to change out of her, you know, whatever, wash the prison dirt off of her, I guess, and then meet him. I don't have high hopes for this couple. I feel like addiction in any form is tough on a relationship. It's tough when both people are addicts, but it's really tough when one is an addict and one isn't. So, you know, I think that James is going to really have to keep an eye on her. I think that he's really going to have to make sure that she's going to her whatever NA meetings. She's definitely participating in every single class she can. If she's not doing that, if she's not rooted in something, then this sobriety is probably going to go out the window really, really fast. So, That's a boring couple. I really don't have much else to say about them other than Alla seems really wild still. James looks very just naive and easily tricked. It looks like she can pull the wool over his eyes, no problem. And she probably would be siphoning off that old, you know, military money. Oh, poor guy. Let's move on because I'm hoping that we see more from them. We really didn't see a lot this week. I was kind of falling asleep on them a little bit. So let's move on to the next couple that we didn't see a lot of, but I foresee a lot, Lizzie and Scott. So Scott is 49. I think he's a truck driver from California. And Lizzie is 39 and she's in jail for 8 years for DUI and bribery. Lizzie admits that she uses the meetaninmate.com, which is a real website. And if you have not visited that website, if you have a free 10 minutes, type in meet an inmate, and it has hyphens in between. So meet-an-inmate.com. Go on there and just peruse the pictures. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So she has this profile on there and she admits herself that she uses it to trick men into sending her money. She posts seductive photos, which, my lord, that girl was posting sexier pictures than I've sent in my entire life from prison. She cut up prison bed sheets and made a little like tube top and was like leaning. Her body is amazing, let me just say. Her boobs are way too big for her frame, I feel like, but nonetheless, to be 38 and have a body like that, I probably would be cutting up bed sheets to make a bra out of it too. So she's been tricking men for years, and she said that's what Scott was. He started out as a trick too, and then I guess she said something like he saw me for who I was and she fell in love with him. Anyway, Scott has this like long, like curly hair. He's 49. He looks about 69, so I'm sure he smokes a pack and a half a day. He has a son named Adam who was not here for it, honey. They had this pitiful little scene where him and Adam are working on this bike together, and Lizzie calls, and you know they're talking, and Adam has to sit there and listen to it. And I mean, they didn't have the camera on it, but I could feel the eye roll, you know, from a distance. Adam is not here for his dad hooking up with this prison girl who is clearly tricking men. That's what she's known for. She jokingly says, "Oh, what do you think I'm going to do? Take the money and run my specialty?" And Adam's like, "Oh my God. Like, Dad, how could you be this stupid?" And then he hands Adam the phone. Like, Adam's like, "I don't want to talk to this girl." Adam was not here for it. He just forcefully tried to be as nice as he could, which I commend him for being so calm and so sweet and nice to her, because if that was my dad and he was talking to a girl from prison, number one, I wouldn't even participate in the show. But if somehow he convinced me to participate in that bull crap, I would have cut a fool. I would act a fool in every scene they put me in. I would be on that phone asking that girl, "So how much money has my dad sent you? Are you going to be able to get a job when you get out? How are you going to contribute to his life?" I would be grilling her, and I'd be cutting a fool in every scene. So I commend you, Adam, for being calm and being sweet to her, even though I could tell you were not here for it. Lizzie is one of those people who loves attention. That was my immediate thought when I saw her. She loves taking sexy photos. She's got these big fake boobs. She is all for attention being drawn to her, all eyes on her. She was eating up all the attention of having a camera in her prison cell and being interviewed. Honey, she was ready. She had her hair curled with, you know, homemade prison gel, which I don't know if they mash up apples or I don't know how they do it. And then they get the eyeliner from, you know, like pencil lead. They like crush it up and they put eyeliner on. So somehow she had on prison makeup and had some knee-high socks on. I'm like, where the heck is she getting these knee-high socks? Like she's a little schoolgirl. She thought she was so cute and so sexy. She had on her little sleeping shorts and her t-shirt. And she thought she was the hottest thing up in there, which she probably is. But she thought she was, which is the problem. And she's just sitting there, just eating up all the attention, being interviewed and crossing her legs and sitting there like, girl, you are in prison. Ain't nothing cute about you. Ain't nothing cute about being in jail. Ain't nothing cute about having a toilet 3 feet from where you're sitting here having this interview. Girl, bye. So she's with Scott to take his money, obviously. I think we saw in the previews that he sent her about 20 grand total, which is ridiculous. Where are these women finding these sucker men to send them thousands of dollars, and why can't I find one? That's all I want to know. because I need some bills paid up in here, okay? My car needs new tires and an oil change. I need a man who's willing to dole out a couple $1,000s at a time. Where is he? All right, so we didn't see much of them, so I'm sure there's more to come. So let's move on to the last two couples that we saw a lot of, and I can't wait to talk about them. Okay, so next is Andrea and Lamar. Andrea's 37. She's a mom of 3 kids, single mom, working 2 jobs, working hard for the money, honey. And she met Lamar, who is 40, who has been in prison for 18 whole long years. Now, I heard that she said that she met Lamar through ministry through her church. So apparently her Mormon church, whichever one she's affiliated with, had a prison ministry. And she was initially there for the ministry, and one thing led to another, and she fell in love. Now, let me just say this. I'm not buying that, and I'll tell you why. I'm a church girl, okay? My church does prison ministries, and let me tell you something. When a church does prison ministry, there is no way that they are letting men communicate with women in the women's prisons, nor are they letting women communicate with men in the men's prisons. That does not happen at all through a prison ministry, okay? You have men conversating, or if you go visiting men, and you have women visiting women. What church is gonna send a bunch of women to a men's prison? Men who are locked up probably ain't seen a woman clean and smelling good other than the raggedy guards in years. They're not focused on God. They're not focused on the Book of Mormon anymore. They're trying to get your number. That's exactly why you don't have opposite sexes in a prison ministry. So Andrea, you can miss me with that, baby. I know that that's not how y'all met. You were probably perusing meetinginmate.com too, like everybody else on this stupid show, and that's how you met Lamar. We all know she's known for lying. She's been telling her kids and her friends that this man was in Canada all this time, and he's not. He's in California. So I know you lie. So to me, I'm not buying the whole we met through ministry. I feel like that's a cover up because she don't want nobody to know she was looking up inmates online. Facebook for inmates. Meetinginmatematch.com, Tinder for felons. Girl, goodbye. I know that's not how you met him, okay? And I'm here to set the record straight and let the world know, just in case anybody doesn't know anything how church ministries work. They don't work like that, okay? Anyway, more information. So Andrea's a Mormon. She's a black Mormon, which I have learned a lot this week because I tweeted that I have never in my life seen a black Mormon, and I have not until I saw the show. And I had about a couple people tell me that they knew of some, so I learned something this week. Thank you, Twitterverse. I learned that there are actually black Mormons, and there are black people that live in Utah, but there's about 4 of them, because I googled it, and Utah is about 89% white, and the other percentages are made up of Native Americans and Hispanics. So the black population is about 0.02% in Utah. So if there are black Mormons, there's about 7 of y'all. God bless you. Best of luck in your future endeavors. But the big thing is that Lamar apparently is a gangbanger. He's still a Crip. He's in a gang, and I'm assuming that he's active in it because the way Andrea was talking, she didn't say he was in a gang. She said he is a Crip. He is a gangbanger. She was saying everything present tense, like he's still doing it. She said she couldn't wear her red shoes to go meet him because he's a Crip and he don't like red. They wear blue. So that says to me that he is a gangbanger. Now, she has 3 small kids, and I mean, when I say small, I mean like tween, 12-ish. They looked old enough to know what's going on, but they still were, under 18. So you're going to bring a man who's been in jail for 18 years into the home with your kids, who is also a Crip. What planet are we on? In what universe is this a good idea? What universe is this safe for you and your family? Andrea? So she says that he's, she thinks that that's her cellmate. I mean, her soulmate. So, she's in love with them. Segueing into this weird wedding shower, bridal shower scene that she's had with her Mormon besties, who I do not think those were her friends at all. I think those were 10 girls that she probably has met once or twice at the Mormon church. She probably told them, hey, I'm going to be on this TV show. Do y'all want to come to do a little bachelor party scene, bridal shower scene with me? And they said, yeah. I mean, that girl AJ, she said she always wanted a black friend, and now she has one. First of all, AJ, You don't say that, baby. Listen, all white people listen to me. Because sometimes y'all do and say stuff that y'all think is nice and sweet and it's not. You don't say I always wanted a black friend and now I have one. You don't say that, okay? Why would you always want a black friend? How many black people do you know that that's even coming out of your mouth? That is offensive, and don't say that ever again. Andrea, you should have turned up on that girl when you found out that she said that. Second of all, AJ, you need to learn how to respect people's decisions. People are going to do stupid stuff, but if they are over the age of 18, they are grown and that is their choice. So her grilling Andrea about the man and what he does and why he hasn't come to see her and where is he and this and that, girl, you doing too much. Ain't none of your business. Whatever she wants to tell you, she will tell you. Now, do I agree with Andrea getting an ex-con? No, I do not. But that is her choice as a grown woman. And I'm not finna sit here and grill nobody on what their man's doing and where he at and all this and that. And that little comment that you said about the ring being at the bubblegum machine, that was disrespectful. Whether you think he's a good man or whether you think something fishy's going on or not, that was straight up disrespectful and you needed to be slapped. Now, Andrea, what you should have done when she said, is the ring out of the bubblegum machine, instead of storming off and running down the street, you should have stood up and backed up and squared up on her and said, you said you always wanted a black friend, well now you about to get one. That's what I would have done. But I'm just saying, that's just me. You do you. So AJ, you need to be checked. Obviously nobody's ever beat you behind before, or you wouldn't be talking so slick like that. So that's all I got to say about that, girl. The next thing is that this is just crazy. This girl thinks that she's going to bring this man to Utah, which is very white, very rural. He's a gangbanger from California. He's a Crip from California, which the Crips are huge in California. I don't know what she's thinking is going to happen. I feel like Lamar is going to come up there and he's going to raise hell. They already showed in the scenes that he was trying to turn up in the car wash, and she was not ready for it. She said she'd have lied and told him she know how to hang from the ceiling fan and swing from the shower rod, and she don't know how to do none of that. So I'm thinking Lamar is going to be pretty disappointed, and disappointed men usually turn into a-holes pretty fast. We will watch this future train wreck unfold. Let's move on to the last couple. So the last couple that was on this episode was Jonna and Garret. Jonna is 26 and Garret is 24. He's been in jail for 6 years, over 6 years, for burglary and theft. God, I think Lamar was in there for theft too. These girls like a thief. So Jonna says she had one too many Moscatos one night and went looking up guys online. Okay, there are plenty of guys online. There is Tinder, there is Bumble, there is Plenty of Fish, there's Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Guys are all on there, but oh no. Guess what Jonna does after she has one too many Moscatos? She goes to meetinmate.com and starts looking up mugshots. And she saw Garret and said, woo, he got a fine mugshot. I think I want to talk to him. So she contacts him. What in the world makes her want to do that? I don't know. Jonna seems like a sweet girl on first impressions. She seems very goofy and quirky. And she seems very like she's ready for love, and she is a little bit too desperate to get it, which means that she is going to throw all better judgment out the window. I see her, you know, seeing red flags and kind of ignoring them, maybe addressing them a little bit, look like in the previews, but I feel like she's probably going to push it to the side for the sake of having regular dick in the house. So, you know, she's talking to her dad, and her dad is like, you know, what's going on? She's like, well, you haven't asked me about the big day. And he's like, what big day? So clearly her dad has not been taking her seriously at all. She's probably been talking about this dude from prison that she's talking to, and he was probably like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, yeah, he's getting out and we're gonna get married. He's like, wait, whoa, what? You actually finna like do something with this dude? I thought you was just talking to him. But now that he's getting out, it's getting a little too real for daddy, and daddy's not here for it. Garret seems like he's trying a little too hard to be a bad boy to me. I feel like he's purposefully putting on this kind of ethnic drawl, like he grew up in the hood maybe, or grew up around people of color, and I feel like he's kind of talking like that, and that might be real. He might have grown up around people of color and just talk like that, but I feel like it's a little forced. I feel like he's trying to sound like he's this big bad boy from the hood and what's up, and I did this, and her daddy don't know nothing about me. I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna take care of my woman. I feel like it was just too much, like he was trying too hard. I didn't like that, and I didn't like him disrespecting her dad. Her dad is a grown man, and I guarantee he knows more than a 24-year-old who's been in prison for 6 years. Another thing that I noticed about Garret is he is ready to get down and dirty. I didn't hear him say not one thing about him loving Jonna. He didn't say one thing about, I can't wait to get out and just spend every day with her and spend all this time with her and try to find a job and take care of her and us living our lives together. No. Garret was ready to get out of jail. He was like, I can't wait to get up out of here. And he was like, I can't wait to have sex. That was all Garret cared about. Getting out, having sex. And poor Jonna, I mean, she just has to put up with that, and it's gonna be fun for like the first couple weeks, because I'm sure she said she hadn't done anything in 4 years, so she will be swinging from the curtain rod, from the shower rod for the first couple weeks. But that gets old. Women, we only can take so much just raw sex. We want some romance, we want some provision, we want some money, and we want some love. And I don't feel like Garret has any of that. Garret went into jail when he was probably 17 and a half, 18, and he's going to be an 18-year-old boy. He's going to act just like a senior in high school, and he's going to get on her nerves. But I think she's going to put up with it because she really wants to find love, and God help her. He has that wild-eyed look. He looked like I could just see him physically abusing her eventually. I'm a little nervous for her. And she sounds like she had a little bit of a backbone, so I hope he can handle women who speak up for themselves, because in the previews for next week, she had a little bit of a backbone, and he told her to shut up, and I was like, uh-oh. I was like, I don't think he's gonna choke her up against the wall soon. So y'all keep Jonna lifted up in prayer. We will be praying for her safety. Lord, just cover her, you know, because ooh, that boy looks wild. He looks like he goes into drunken rages, and I'm just nervous for her. So the last thing that I will talk about, and then I'm probably going to get on out of here, is that scene where she went lingerie shopping with her best friend. First of all, he's been in jail for 6 years, boo-boo. Put on whatever you got in the house. You know what? Just come out the shower. Just come out the bathroom naked. He'll be happy. She changed the sheets for him. He don't know the sheets aren't new. Girl, wash them sheets and put them same sheets back on the bed. She was trying to do all this nice stuff for him, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't have done nice things for him. I'm just saying I feel like she was doing too much. He been in prison, girl. It don't matter, whatever. You know, make sure you shave your legs and you're fine. But she went lingerie shopping with her friend, and Lord Jesus, this girl went in the dressing room. She didn't pull a Evan and Michaela. They didn't go in together, which I was happy to see. But, you know, I was expecting her to be like, yeah, this one looks good. I'm going to get it from over the curtain. No, this girl rips the curtain open and come out. Titties out. Bad showing. No panties. No nothing. Full skin on skin contact with the lingerie. And I was like, girl, no, oh my Jesus. First of all, she came out. Cameras, it's a whole crew right there. Everybody done seen what you look like. Second, why are you trying on lingerie without your drawers on? Ma'am, no, that's yours. You taking that home. Ain't no way you would have been like, I don't like this and put it. If she had said, I don't like this, put it back, I would have probably called and been like, please tell me y'all bought that for her. Because that's nasty. And people are nasty behind closed doors, but to be nasty on camera in front of folks, girl, oh, Jonna, listen. Next time you try on anything, swimsuit, lingerie, anything that your bare vagina touches, keep your panties on, okay? Just a word of advice. You keep everything on. You don't put bare vagina and pubes on something in a store, okay? That was yours from jump. And I don't know why she's even spending money on lingerie. This man ain't got a dime. He ain't about to spend no money on you. So you done already bought a house. You done bought him a house. Like, girl, come on. Like, you have done the most for him. He should be perfectly fine with whatever you come out of that bathroom with it on. Oh my gosh. And then Andrea is buying Lamar a car. I forgot about that. Andrea went to the car dealership and bought him a car. And the $23,000 one was too expensive, so she bought a $13,000 one. As if that was better. No. We don't buy gifts for men, ladies. Listen to me. We don't buy gifts for men who have done nothing for us. We haven't seen anything from them. They're in prison. He don't have a dime. He don't have nothing. We don't know what he's going to do. And you're buying cars. Because he needs a sense of freedom. No, he needs a sense of cleaning his house up. He needs a sense of looking for a job. He needs a sense of being thankful that I'm letting him come into my house and sleep up under my roof. while he's fresh out of prison. That's what he needs a sense of. Ladies, let's stop bending over backwards so hard for these men. We are the prize. My goodness. Andrea, you are the prize. Jonna, you are the prize. You're it. He's getting you. That's the most amazing thing. When are we going to learn, Lord? Help us. All right, my rant's over. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm passionate about women and how they're treated. Whew. But that's it. That was it for this episode. It was an amazing opener. If you have not watched it yet, please go to WeTV.com. You can watch it for free. You don't have to sign in. You don't have to have a cable line or nothing. You can go watch the full episode. No commercials. About 45 minutes. Do it. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Now, next week we'll get to see 2 more couples, which I'm super excited about. And I think one of the couples knew each other before, and then the other one, it's a May-December romance. Somebody's robbing the cradle. We got a cougar. She got a young man, and her whole family's scared that he's going to be stealing her money, which I'm sure he will be. And I cannot wait for the train wreck next week. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to follow me on social media, you can follow me on Twitter. I live tweet during this show and all the other shows, which you can see in the description on my channel, what I'm watching right now, at NICHI_P_tweets for Twitter. Thank you guys so much. I also had the great and amazing privilege of being on Pink Shade with Erin Martin, her podcast this week. So if you want to hear what I had to say with Erin, she is amazing. Subscribe and follow her podcast. She also blogs on reality. Oh my gosh, she's so amazing. I couldn't believe that I got to do it. It was such a treat. So go to either Podbean or iTunes and search Pink Shade with Erin Martin. That's the name of the podcast. And the latest episode is with me featured on there. And we had a blast. Oh my gosh. And we're going to do it again at some point, either for the finale or somewhere in the middle of the season. But thank you guys so much for watching, and go listen to that podcast. And I'll see you guys next time for the next episode. God help us. Bye, y'all.